about Bay Area real estate. Namaskar, Bay Area. I'm Vijay Lakshmi. Welcome to Real Estate Roundup, your front row seat into the blockbuster that is Bay Area real estate. All you need to know to get that starring role into owning it. And that's brought to you by Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah, the founder of nagarajhomes.com, your one stop shop for all things real estate. It's another Sunday when I get talking to Nagraj. So join us as we get talking on everything that can impact you when buying, selling, investing, or renting a home in the Bay Area. So join us with whatever's on your mind, questions big and small, observations, experiences. And we are, of course, coming to you live on Bolly 92.3 FM. Studio lines are open, and the number to call in 877 265 5992. That number 877 265 5992. So join us in this conversation. We're looking forward to your participation. And with that, hello, Nagraj. Happy Sunday. Welcome.
Hello Vijay Lakshmi, hello Bay Area. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are enjoying your good weather out there today. It's kind of
Yes.
sun is not out, but still a good weather.
Yeah.
We are live on
Getting
Bowling.
better now.
Yeah, it's sun is out sometimes. Also yesterday it was kind of too hot in the afternoon.
Yes. Yeah.
The same thing as the Bay Area real estate market, right? It's
Yes.
changing. If you have any questions on the Bay Area real estate, this is the show you should not miss out. The show is for you. Educate, educate, educate. That's the mantra of the show.
Yes.
Educate you guys on the real estate.
Mm-hmm.
Any investment, anything, even it can be $100. Sometimes you're investing, right? You think twice.
Yes. And
Yes.
real estate is a great option for
Yeah.
investing, for diversifying your portfolio. If you haven't considered it already, you should. And that is, of course, one of the things. But the first thing is the American dream, getting your own home, buying your own home, the obstacles along the way, what's keeping you from getting there. Or possibly you're looking to downsize as well now that the kids are out of the house. And you don't need a big space, you want to downsize. The thoughts on that. So, for whatever it is that you're looking at, Nagraj is here to help you, equip you along the way so that you go into any decision that you make really, well thought out and well rounded. And the number to call us 877 265 5992. 877 265 5992. So keep those questions coming in. So, Nagraj, one thought that came in is we're always, of course, talking single family homes most of the time, but condominiums are also a great option when you're starting out, whether as an investment, whether you're looking to, start the home buying process. But I hear that that market is in deep doo-doo. So, what really are your thoughts on that? Are you experiencing that?
That's a great question, Vijay Lakshmi. Listeners, we are live on a Bolly 92.3. Let's give out a number 877 Bolly 92. We are live on a Bolly 92.3. Any small questions on the real estate you're serving the community, you can give us a call. Don't be hesitant, like, hey, it's just too small question to ask you. No, don't worry about that. You can give us a call. So, coming on to this, right, like Vijay Lakshmi, yeah, especially condos, right? What is happening, right? Recent things, what's happening is especially like condo and HOA fees are becoming an unsustainable right now. Especially
Mm-hmm.
like as many owners are struggling with the high special assessments. Special assessments, why it comes down is like basically sometimes like your some of the buildings are not up to the code. Like it is like sometimes it might be a balcony. There was one in a Fremont right now, huge full complete condo there, houses there. They're completely revamping, and each homeowner's got a 22,000 as a bill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and there was one in a communication hell. Everybody thought that the communication hell is going to be the next hot and happening place. But
Yeah.
if you look around in the communication hell in the San Jose right now, it's kind of completely slowed down. From last 3 years, last 2 years, what was the price is still the same price in the communication hill. The prices are not even jumping too much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, especially condos. They're also the same thing. There's a lot of legal issues and other stuffs happening in the condos, the paint related and other so many things are happening in around. Okay, and the same thing applied. I think last time we had discussed about in a Santa Clara. One
Yeah.
of the client known friend was like basically buying a property, and they went into a contract. Until then, that HOA didn't disclose there was a litigation going on. and HOA got a huge bill of a $1 million, so which needs to be split among the homeowners because of
Mm-hmm.
the all this other things happening in that community, right?
Yeah.
Especially lead and other stuffs. Because of that, one homeowner went and filed a complaint to the HOA, and they were not able to take care of it, and they got a $1 million bill.
Mm-hmm. That's
Okay.
incredible. So, but do
So
they appreciate over time, condos?
yeah, condos are certainly appreciated. It is not like never appreciated. Condos did appreciate, okay, but not compared to a single family
Single
homes.
family.
I was talking about it. For
Yeah.
example, if you bought it in Milpitas 2018 around single condos, if you had bought it for 750, and the same thing around if you had bought it for a single family around 900, the 900K single families homes have appreciated to close to 1.7, 1.8. Again, depends on which you have bought it, and condos have appreciated only 200K.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And one more thing is like there's a strong criticism of how these associations are managed, often by like individuals with they have very little building development experience.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and one more is like millennials or like especially are seeing willing to accept the constraints and the fees associated with the condo living. Nobody wants to pay $800, $900,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
So that is also one of the stuffs is like that's why they what they do is like one time fees they charge you like every few years go and pay it off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what we are observing. And
Yeah.
let's talk about the market wise. Let's talk about the county wise, the Santa Clara County wise. Listeners, myself, Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah, and we are talking about the Bay Area real estate, and we are talking about especially condos right now, how it
Yeah.
is doing it.
Yes.
What are
And
the
so let's
issues?
give them the number. It's 877-265-5992. 877-265-5992. If you'd like to get in on this conversation, we're currently, of course, talking about the condo market, but if there's anything on your mind real estate wise, we'd love to hear from you. And of course, Nagraj is more than happy to handhold you through any question, big or small. So give us that call and get connected on Real Estate Roundup. Yes,
Yeah.
Nagraj, go
Let's
ahead.
talk about the county wise. How is the
Yeah.
median list price? The median list price right now, the county wise is 880,000, means 888K, 888K. And median price of a new listings in the Santa Clara County, right? It is like basically it is million 1.048 million, 1.04. And per square footage in the county, Santa Clara County is going on 756. And if you look around the average days on a market for a condos right now, this data is for February 23rd. This is the
Mm-hmm.
recent data I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Average days on a market is 74. And median days, normally, if you're looking around, condos are staying more 28 days. And the
Okay.
price decrease is 16% and price increase not much 2%. And some of the homes are getting relisted because it's not getting because last week my client bought a condo.
Mm-hmm.
They went into a contract. They got it for a good price for 950, 980s around. They got it and it was listed for 969. Within a 10,000, they were able to get it a condo in a Fremont. But
Yeah.
as soon as they bought it, they got like buyer's remorse. Is it a right thing to buy or not?
Oh,
They
okay.
backed out. So see, I think that's the beauty of it. Like sometimes there's a zero contingencies, but how do you present, talk to the seller and understand, make them understand what is the reason of your backing out? It
Yeah.
works out sometimes, but it all depends on the seller and the seller's agent what you're working on, and even the buyer's agent how is able to compromise. That is why the team matters very important when you're selecting. Zero means it's not like you can't get it back, your
Yeah.
EMD or earnest money deposit. You can get it back, but only some with certain negotiations, how it happens.
Yeah, there's a perception out there that condos may be hard to sell. Is that right? By
It's
any.
not true. Like last 2 months back, I sold one condo in Milpitas, and I
Mhm.
sold for the higher in that neighborhood, in the Milpitas. It was two bed, two bath, listed for 950 around. I sold it for 985K.
Wow. Okay.
35,000. That was the set. That was the highest price sold in that neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting one more condo in the same neighborhood in the Milipitas for two bed, two bath. I'm going to list it for 975.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why
Mm-hmm.
even when they're representing for the seller, you need to select a right uh, realtor who can help you out.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
coming down to median rent around for the county alone, Santa Clara County is $3,560. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's talk about the cities wise. How is the city wise it is doing? Okay. So that way we can get a more information on the cities wise. Let's start with the Santa Clara city. The median list price is 900K.
Mm-hmm.
Median price of a new listings are 999, which is almost the same thing, which is
Yeah.
like median rents of 3,600.
Mm-hmm.
If you look around, average around 900, 999, but there are some condos, especially newer constructions, which are like if you go around Cupertino,
Yeah.
you can see around like it is close to 2.5 million also.
Whoa.
New
Okay. For a
construction which is
condo.
coming, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's coming up. Might be they call as a townhouse, but for me the townhouse and the condos are both the same for me because
Mm-hmm.
ownership are the same. Only difference it would be like it might be 2 floors or the 3 floors,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this is the Santa Clara cities wise, and what is impacting is like main is like as I was telling you, like the people who manage the condos, they don't know what's happening in around.
Mm.
As this buyer, what they need to do, buyer when they buying this kind of condos, they need to go through the HOA disclosures. There is no shortcuts. There is
Mm-hmm.
no shortcuts on it. Go through the HOA disclosures and talk to the homeowners around that property and try to understand there was any litigation in that properties. Are there any future coming up which they know it?
Mm-hmm.
Are there any maintenance coming up? And the one more thing they need to check about is what is the reserves in the HOA they have, HOA community. So all this helps you out.
Mm-hmm.
And coming down to buyer versus seller dynamics, what is happening is like, especially if you bought a condo 700K, 600K 2 years back or a
Yeah.
3 years back, so, the seller doesn't want to sell it. It's for him, it's like they can easily get a $3,500 rent.
Mm. Okay.
For the investors, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Right, looking at the data, investors, does it make sense? Because you can get it for a $3,500 if you can negotiate it and get it for a good price. And
Yeah.
one more beauty of the condos is for the investors is a depreciation.
Mm-hmm.
You can show a lot of depreciation for the condos compared to a single family home. If you have a lot of people as a W2 incomes and they are looking for a depreciation or write off on your W2, this is
Oh,
a
that's a great point.
it's a
Like,
great
hadn't thought
asset.
of that.
It's
Mm.
always a pros and a
Cons on.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Pros and the cons, but how do you utilize that matters? How do you
Yeah.
utilize that matters? Listeners,
Yes.
myself, Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah, and I'm talking to Vijay Lakshmi, and we're discussing anything on the Bay Area real estate. And if you have
Yes.
anything to share, you can give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 877 Bali 92.
Yes. And
Now,
have you faced a predicament where condo buying is concerned, where home buying is concerned, whatever is on your mind, real estate wise, give us a call. We'd love to know about it. And of course, the community would also benefit. So please do share with us any questions or concerns or observations that come to you.
now
Yes.
let's talk about the what's the buyers are noticing, right? The personal stories and the case studies predict like the challenges are always like condos are challenges, but there are like I'm going to put on one offer in a Sunnyvale, which is
Yeah.
listed for 1.59. We are going to bid for 1.8.
Mm-hmm.
Condos
Okay.
also place based on the location also, right? Because in the Sunnyvale right now, in that zip code which we are going to put, single family homes are 3.5.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yes.
Single
Mm-hmm.
family homes are 3.5.
Mm.
You
Sunnyvale is
know,
booming.
I think any South Bay
Yeah.
right now is just crazy. Even my clients who are like wants to buy a 4 million in around Saratoga are so hard to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And last week in Saratoga, there was a house listed for close to a 4 million. It was a 3,500 square footage. 3,500 square footage. It was a fixer upper. Fixer upper.
Mm.
This went all the way more than 4.7 million.
Whoa.
Do you think
That's
the economy
mm,
is slowing down?
yeah. No way.
Hey, there are buyers who keep thinking let the economy slow down, slow down. They keep on missing out.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are the buyers who bought it and they feel, yeah, I made a good decision. There are some buyers that is like basically go through a buyer's remorse too.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So all kinds. Mm-hmm.
personally, I tell you, any real estate or any investment, it depends on how you think about it.
Yeah. That's right.
If
That's right.
is one requirement doesn't fit everybody.
Mm-hmm.
One
Mm-hmm.
requirement doesn't fit everybody. That think about it.
Yes.
One
Yeah.
person is capable of buying a four properties in Bay Area. One person is capable of buying a one property in a Bay Area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And that's you said it right. Requirements and
That is a
location, that's what it is.
smartness. It's basically it's a smartness and the
Mm.
decision factor what you make. It
Mm.
matters. I help
Yes.
all kind of buyers. I have helped a buyer who is like wants to buy a house for a Vastu complaint. They've taken more than 8 months, 10 months, or more than that. I'm always with them because
Mm-hmm.
Vastu requirement houses are very difficult to buy,
That's true. Mm-hmm.
and you don't get the house so easily, especially in the competitive market.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So
listeners,
there you have it. Of course,
let's take a
Nagraj.
quick. Vijay
Yeah.
Lakshmi, let's take a quick break. We'll join you back.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Don't go anywhere. To buy or sell a property and for all your real estate needs, contact Tech Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah, your friendly real estate guide. Nagaraj Annaiah, the one-stop shop for all real estate needs. Call 408-805-4653 or log on to nagarajhomes.com. Welcome back to the show. Myself, Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah, and we are discussing anything and everything about the real estate.
Yes.
Vijay Lakshmi, let's talk about one more important thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were discussing on the off the air also. Rising home values, right, are driving up the property taxes. Have you noticed that?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
आप तो 25 years के पहले ले लिया. आप तो
Mm.
like $500,000 something you might be
N-
paying.
No, not at all.
हम लोगों को हमारा जनरेशन में is like we need to pay around 3,000 per month minimum for the property taxes. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
because if you're buying for a 3 million or a 4 million girl, right? Look about the property taxes what we are going to pay.
Yeah.
Okay, rising home values are like always driving up the property taxes, which is like
Mm.
particularly challenging for the fixed home buyers, right? Fixed income homeowners. And the good thing about this Bay Area is they have a multiple incomes.
Mm-hmm.
And one more thing is good thing about that is like they're always the income is more than the other. Like basically not only their regular income, they have RSUs coming in, ESPP coming in. That has contributed the wealth for the Bay Area. Don't compare
Mm-hmm.
the same thing. Florida market is crashing. Florida condo market is crashing. No, you can't compare that one to Bay Area.
Yeah. Bay Area is its own animal. You can't-
हमारा हमको like इतना easy में they don't even allow us to build anything. It's so
Yeah.
everything is like so issues everywhere. It's very
Right.
difficult to do it. And like new bills and proposals are like especially tax exemptions, right? Is not happening. Only few, only the more than the age of 55, right? We get some tax exemptions when you buy the property where you can carry forward your taxes from the
Mm-hmm.
existing properties,
Mm-hmm. So when
right?
you even remodel, your property tax zooms up from that base, right?
You have the experience which we talked about
Yes.
it. You can't. That is why when you do a remodel, what is the worth of remodeling value you're putting in that matters.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
any time when you pull the permit, any time when you pull the permit, everything goes to the county.
Mm. Okay.
There would be like basically disclaimer, everything will be shared with the county, right? So it's automatically how much of the worth you're putting in for the upgrades, it goes into there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're doing an addition,
Yeah.
in there it goes in there. And if you're mentioning as a 200K, maybe wait for $2,000 more,
Mm-hmm.
1% of it,
Yeah.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
So always everything is appraiser, like cities appraising appraiser officers will be considering it, and you can talk to them if you're not think like if you're less basically if you're not upgraded much, you can talk to them and understand on it.
Mm-hmm.
So now let's switch gears a little bit, okay, on the layoff stuffs.
Yeah, because I mean, one side we're talking about the economy booming, but then the hard reality is that the tech layoffs have also are spiking so much, and that is a matter of concern. And how do you suggest that people deal with these job losses and how that is going to impact the real estate that they own or they plan to own, whatever it is. So how do you, What is your
Last
take
Friday,
on
I
that?
think last Friday we talked about this Friday we talked about H1B stuffs, how the H1B getting impacted. I
Mm-hmm.
discussed with Ashima Dugal, the attorney, and we discussed about what are the alternatives when you lose the H1B. But now let's talk about the what are the ways, like basically when you lose your job, what are the ways you can basically pay your monthly mortgages, right? Should you sell your
Mm-hmm.
property immediately?
Yeah.
Last 2 weeks back, I was in one of the event. Like, he was a close friend of mine. He came over. He was like basically was very excited before a few days back when I spoke to him, and he said, "Nagaraj, मुझे एक Sacramento में investment property लेना है. You should help me out." Surely, I told them. But 2 weeks back, he came back and he told me, "Nagaraj, so sorry, I lost my job right now."
Uh-huh.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I would hold on to my investment strategies. Yeah.
Hmm.
But that's good. But because they need to concentrate on their future right now, right? What are
Yeah.
the alternatives now? What
Mm-hmm.
happens to the house? Like basically, they have only. Let's talk about two scenarios where it's like
Yeah.
basically where they have single job and there are multiple jobs. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I think visa strategies related we already discussed. If you guys have missed it, go to Nagaraj Annaiah's YouTube handle and you can check all the discussions on that. Now today we'll talk about the real estate perspective. What happens?
Hmm.
Always when you buy the property, you should have set worth of reserves. So that set worth of the reserves will help you to, if any this kind of things happens, it can help you to cover that. It
How
might
much of reserves do you recommend?
usually I would say 12 months,
12
right?
months.
12 months
Mm-hmm.
of reserves because you get enough time to find a job. Enough time to find a job.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that way, give yourself 12 months and the 12 months of a reserves. And one more thing is keep more like for all the backup money is all your 401k, all your stocks going on, if you have some stocks, and
Yeah.
even 401k is also ESPP, the stocks I just talked about, 401k I talked about, and RSUs if you are, I think, which again in the RSUs comes down to vested or non-vested.
Mm-hmm.
On top of it, all your extra reserves, this should
Yeah.
help you to go for it. Don't make any decision immediately to sell your property. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm helping out one client. They lost a job, and but they told me, Nagaraj, right now I don't know the things. Can you do it in an off market sale? Okay, because their minimum expectations was for close to 1.772 based on that what they purchased 2 years back.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to help them to do an off-market sale because as soon as you go into a market, it is like number of days in the market. If it doesn't get sold, it basically that is a negative for the that house, right? People start thinking why that house is not getting
Not
sold,
getting
and
sold.
you
Mm-hmm.
might not get a good number of buyers for that.
Yeah.
So always one better approach is if you're not decided, one is take your time. The second thing is instantly going for a sale. Maybe you can do the off-market listings or members
Mm-hmm.
only listings.
I see.
And
Mm-hmm.
again, the factors applies. Are you shifting to India? Are you going to stay back? That also matters. There are so many things. The requirements itself, what I'm talking about, there are so many things right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
So you shouldn't really jump into
jump in,
selling
yeah,
the
because
home.
in these cases, belief is the only thing which can help you out. Belief in you what matters for you because you need to find an immediate job for you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
if losing your belief in yourself, how do you go about it?
Yes. So
Right?
even like if we're trying to qualify for a mortgage, that might affect
So
the
that applies
layoffs
when you're buying it, when you're going to,
when you're
when in the process of buying. We are talking about
buying,
process when you already bought it.
bought
Let's
it.
talk about a scenario where you in the process of buying it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in that cases, of course, like we can't consider your income. Only way what you if you're already is in a contract, talk to the seller agent, talk to your agent or a realtor, and they should be able to negotiate and get back your deposit back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There is basically scenarios or the requirement is such that if anytime the buyer loses the job, you should get back your deposit.
I see. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then that time you should be showing your termination notice and everything to the seller, and they
Mm.
should be able to get you. So don't panic on that. So deposit
Okay.
should not be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the scenario where husband and wife is getting in, and
Mm-hmm.
wife loses the job. right? So in that scenarios, only husband's income is considered. The
Mm-hmm.
wife's income can't be considered for the
Mm-hmm.
qualifications.
Mm-hmm.
So only based on the husband's income, we will be qualifying how much mortgage you can qualify for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All these things matters when you're in the process of buying a property or you're in a contract also.
Mm-hmm.
The experts hand holding matters
Yeah.
so that they
Absolutely.
can guide you in the right way.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
any real estate investments don't take lightly.
Mm-hmm. So can banks foreclose the home if you stop making the payments?
Now that's the see first property is always right. We have some leverage. Okay, we can basically extend it number of months. It again depends. We need to talk to the attorney and the rules and other stuffs in there. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so basically you can ask for some few more months or until you find a replacement job.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that is why we need to basically talk to the attorney and basically talk to the mortgage people and understand what are the ways you can save because they can't go and foreclose your current the primary residence home.
Mm.
It's not like you go do it immediately.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So talk to the attorney. We can find out the ways we can help you. They can help you out.
Mm-hmm.
There are some during the recessions like banks did give them enough months for them so that they can make a payment.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard a lot of stories on that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so and they most of the times they even basically it's like they try to reduce your payments also, but depends on the these are on the exception cases. As I
Yeah.
said, there's nothing goes in hand in hand. We need to talk to the attorneys and understand what are the ways we can do about it.
So would you be aware of like some hardship programs that are offered by, lenders in this scenario to help unemployed homeowners?
Yeah, that's what. Like we need to talk
Mm-hmm.
to the lender. Lender should be able to help you out and try to give you some exceptions. As I said, always the reserves matters. Keep on your reserves, and that reserves will help you out all the during these days.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
don't panic. That is
Mm-hmm.
very important in it.
Yes. In
So
fact, on that note, not
yeah, I think we're
necessarily.
running out of the time, Vijay Lakshmi, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll talk more about this in the coming episodes. But meanwhile,
Yes.
if you have anything on the real estate, are
Yeah.
you planning to make any decisions? Are you like trying to put an offer? And are you planning to buy? You know where to reach out.
Mm-hmm.
Go to nagarajhomes.com and
Yeah.
click on a WhatsApp icon. It's an easy to way to connect with me.
Yeah. And
So that
absolutely no obligation call, just to understand what your options are. And Nagraj more than happy to listen to you, offer his opinion, and to guide you through it all. So hope you take him up on it. That's nagarajhomes.com, Nagaraj homes.com. And of course, sign up for his YouTube channel. That's again the handle Nagaraj Annaiah. And join us every Sunday, 12:30 to 1 p.m. on Bolly
Fridays too, this
92.3.
Friday we'll be having an episode on the tax. If you have any questions and you would like to discuss early itself, do send me out any questions so that I can discuss with the tax consultant also. This
Yes.
Friday at 6:50 p.m. But don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.
6:50 you said.
6:30 p.m.
6:30 p.m.
6:30 p.m. But try to send your questions early so that I can talk to the tax
Yes.
consultant. Okay. Thank you
Yeah.
so much and
Th-
have a wonderful one.
Thank you, Nagraj. Always insightful and looking forward to continued conversations. Thank
Thank
you, folks, for joining us and have a wonderful week ahead. Namaskar.
you.